Speaking of ACC, Miami versus Clemson at home. Miami, their first ACC win under Mario Cristobal. Snaps,
At home.
snaps, snaps,
At
snaps.
home.
At home, snaps, snaps. I have Tyler Van Dyke in this picture. I didn't know that he wasn't going to play. Was that like common knowledge? I don't know. Or did I just completely whiff?
But by the time we talked about it on, I believe it was Wednesday afternoon, it wasn't really circling around. And obviously it's Wednesday before Saturday game. A lot can happen in practice, setbacks, injuries, whatever. I do think as it got closer to Saturday, there were more and more worries about, hey, Emory Williams is going to have to start for Miami there. And to be honest, it didn't really matter who they threw out there. I wasn't super impressed with him. He made a couple of fine throws. He had the interception. They didn't
He was
ask
not
him
great.
to do too much.
He was not great. He was not great. But it didn't matter because Clemson, 31 yards rushing. Wow. Yikes. Yeah, Clemson losing this game. They dropped to 4-3. And those three losses are all ACC losses. So
Yeah.
any hopes that they had of going to the ACC championship, they were already very, very dim. It's not happening this year. So Clemson's going to be fighting to get to, I don't know, the GoDaddy Bowl this year. Is that what? Maybe they
And
get lucky.
listen this year. Well, like you have at North Carolina State, right, on the road. And to be honest, Clemson has not played great on the road this year. Notre Dame, right? Georgia Tech deserves to be in there. Like they just beat Miami. Obviously, you can't use a transfer to property in college football.
They
But in,
lost to Boston College, though, yesterday.
well, Tommy Castellanos is a wagon. I think we both know that. And obviously,
Yes.
and then you end up with the Carolina schools. Like this is not. This was going to be a hard schedule all along for Clemson, but like, yikes, 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 yikes. And this was it was obviously it was a winnable game for them for sure. I mean, you get outscored 10-0 in the fourth quarter, and that's what happens. You're going to lose a football game, giving Miami a chance to win in overtime, and that happens. Like turnovers again, bit, Clemson in the butt, two fumbles, one on the goal line that led to the next play, touchdown by Redshirt Smith. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. In a game where Miami, right, other than that 8-yard run, like their longest run was 13 yards with a backup quarterback. If you're Clemson and Dabo's winning, you got to be frustrated that you didn't win that football game. You got great production from your tight end, right? In the passing game, 314 yards from Klubnik. Now, people like to talk about, especially early in the year, about Bama's quarterbacks, right? Having zero pocket awareness. Cade Klubnik has zero pocket awareness, and he does not have the mobility or it's more agility, I think, in the pocket. Like you can be quick in the pocket and not be a great athlete. Cade Klubnik has some straight line speed, does not have agility in the pocket or pocket presence, in my opinion. And it showed. He had negative 27 rushing yards, and that's sack yards factored into that. So I don't know. It's tough for Clemson to throw away what I think is a really good defense, especially front seven. You got your stud cornerback, Nate Wiggins, and you lost to a backup quarterback in Mario Cristobal. Like, yikes. Yikes.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, so you picked Clemson in this game. I picked Miami in this game. Obviously, I won there. I think if Miami has Tyler Van Dyke, I think I pick them again, right? But if I know that they have Emory Williams, I don't think that they win this game again. I think Clemson has a better chance to win this game if they were to play again. If Emory Williams is playing quarterback, is that how you feel as well?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the way this game broke down, like everything points to Clemson winning the football game except turnovers, right? That was a big deal. And like, because without that turnover, like the 80-yard run from Miami probably doesn't happen. And you're probably looking at a 14-0 lead into halftime. And then you tack on 10 more in the third quarter and you're up 24-10. I'm sorry, 24-0. And then the game's over. But, you fumble again in the red zone. Red zone issues have been an issue for them all year, especially in their losses. Can't happen. Will Shipley is better than that, right? Obviously, he didn't have his best game. Tough to happen. And I'm not going to blame it all on one player, but Dabo Sweeney, his critics are loud right now, very, very loud. And I
Yeah.
wouldn't say I'm one of them, but I am frustrated and disappointed with this Clemson football team right now because I think they're much better than 2-3 in the ACC, and what could be in maybe a 7-5 finish. Dare I say 6-6, and then it's like, wow, if you're upset about Jimbo Fisher in Texas A&M, like how are you not upset about Dabo Sweeney? Which I know everybody will be if they are, 7-5, 6-6.
Agree. Yeah. So Mario Cristobal, good for him riding the ship. It could have been, it would have been really easy for a lot of teams, just especially a team like Miami that's prone to collapse after the Georgia Tech game, just kind of spiraling. Right. Just credit them, man. Backup quarterback. The whole stigma about not winning at home in the ACC, they get it done against. Clemson's still a good team, right? I know we're talking a lot of mess about them, but they're still a good team, right? That was
Well,
a
yeah,
really, really, really good win.
yes. I should have given more credit to Miami during this breakdown. I do think they got a tough schedule ahead of them for sure, with at NC State, at Florida State, Louisville, and dare I throw at Boston College in there at the end of the year. But like they got a chance.
Frisky. That's a frisky team.
Exactly, but it's also like a schedule that gives you a lot of opportunities to make up ground in the ACC and to win big football games. Like, so while you have chances to lose, but you also have chances to feel really, really good about this team. Where you finish 9-3 in a year where maybe you had some injuries and whatever else. Like it's pretty awesome. And the fluke Georgia Tech game, I feel like you got to be feeling pretty good if you're Miami right now, Mara Cristobal.